Let's get it on!
This is the Suplah Wrestling Podcast.
Slap some meat.
Wake up, fuckface, it's time to talk about The Rock.
It's the press conference of the month.
So I've got a story. Much like everyone in wrestling these days, I've got a story.
Everyone has a story. That's how
Everyone's got
works.
a story that must be finished, so I'm going to tell my story today.
Okay, you tell your story.
I hope you'll like this.
Oh, okay.
So I decided I wanted to go to the shops and buy myself a Pepsi. Are you with me so far?
Yes, you went to buy a Pepsi for some reason.
I left the house with my wallet, and I went down the road to the Tesco.
Was it a big Tesco or...?
No, it was just a Tesco Extra.
Okay.
I got inside the Tesco, but I wasn't able to buy the Pepsi. Some guy inside just attacked me for no real reason, and I decided it just wasn't meant to be that day, so I went home. In the meantime, I went to the Sainsbury's and I got myself a Fanta with my friend. And everyone's like, oh, so the story's over? That's where we're ending it? I'm like, nah, I still want the Pepsi. We'll get to it. So about a year after the fact, I left the house again with my wallet in hand. But the funniest thing happened on the way to the Tesco this time.
Oh, what happened this time?
I ran into The Rock. Yeah, he was just on the street. I just ran into him on the way to the Tesco. He was doing the hand thing in the middle of the road. I don't quite know if he knew where he was.
What is the hand thing?
The hand, you know the hand thing, he always does.
What?
He holds the mic in his right hand, and then in his left hand, it just kind of like goes forward a bit. He just like holds it in the air. You know, there's visual evidence of it on screen right now, the hand thing. He was doing that in the middle of the road.
Okay. I don't know why.
And so I said to myself, you know what? I am going to buy myself a Pepsi. But not today. Rock, you can buy the Pepsi. But then everyone got really angry.
Well, yeah.
People in their homes started yelling out their windows like, what the fuck are you doing? This goes against your entire character, Sam. You're meant to buy the Pepsi.
You are the Pepsi man.
I am Pepsi man. Everyone was angry, and yelling at me, and going mad on Twitter. So I went back into the Tesco, and I saw The Rock with the Pepsi in his hand. And I said, this is bullshit. I want the Pepsi. He doesn't even live here. He doesn't even live in this town. Why are you here, Rock? And so I go to that counter, and I pull my wallet out. And that's where the story ends.
Amazing.
Ask me in about a month and a half if I manage to actually buy the Pepsi this time.
I will. I'll ask the great question.
Was that a good story?
Yes.
Was it? Or was it needlessly complex when I could have just gone to the shops and bought myself a Pepsi last year?
But that makes the Pepsi...
Makes it taste better.
It tastes better.
Everyone wants me to buy it even more now.
How? Exactly. That's... How's that a thing? It's because of Dwayne.
Now, if this was an alternate timeline, perhaps a more elite timeline, if you will, I would have left the house to buy the Pepsi, broken my foot, cussed out my entire neighborhood, and then burnt it down. And that would be the end of that story. And then Samoa Joe has the Pepsi now, just for no real reason.
Just so they can lose it to Swerve Strickland.
Yeah, you know what? Okay, let's talk about it. What do you think? Where are we at now? How are we feeling? Are we back? Are we done? Is it over? Or are we full steam ahead? All hyped for WrestleMania now.
We're balls deep now in this.
We're balls deep, my friend. You stayed up to watch this this magical press conference from Las Vegas.
I fucking regret it.
Why?
Because I'm tired.
You're fucking tired. I can fucking tell. Look at the audio waves right now. 90% of it is me.
Fuck.
Because I've been up for 3 hours and I've had breakfast and I've been out and about. I've left the house today already and I've come back just for this.
I mean, this press conference was alright. I mean, it just...
What was the point?
I don't know. It was
it just for this?
Yep. It was literally just for this. They were building to this. Like, they had, like, Bianca Belair.
Is it crazy, or did they only announce this, like, within the last week?
Yeah, they did.
What the fuck?
They're just piggybacking off the Super Bowl. That's all it is.
Is that really what it is?
Well, yeah. Vegas has got the Super Bowl this year, and yeah.
They were in town anyway. They thought, fuck it, let's just go see this WrestleMania thing. Why not?
Yeah, I think that's literally what it is. They're just piggybacking off of the Super Bowl. Because it was...
Wow. Was Taylor Swift at the press conference?
Unfortunately not, no.
Are we finally getting that Io Shirai vs. Taylor Swift dream match?
Christ, please, somebody do that. But no, this conference was relatively pointless until the end.
What actually made up this entire thing? Because as far as I'm aware, it was just an entire, grandstanding thing for just one part of one story. I know Rhea Ripley was there, but what did that accomplish?
Amazing. So there was Bianca Belair came out first of all and just said, "I don't know what I'm doing at WrestleMania, but I'm going to be at WrestleMania."
Probably fighting fucking Damage Control.
And then
again,
Rhea Ripley comes out and Becky Lynch interrupts, and then Seth Rollins comes out, Roman interrupts. Here comes Dwayne, and then Cody interrupts.
No, you forgot about the tree.
Oh, they went on about the fucking tree.
The fucking tree. The big tree.
Look at my big tree! I'm like, okay, it's abruptly clear now that The Rock is, he is definitely a babyface. He is definitely...
Yeah, you know what? Everyone wanted him there.
They basically now, the storyline has gone from being who is the head of the table to being nepotism. That's basically what this is now. Literally, it's well, it's Samoans rule the world, fuckers, and then literally,
I mean, he did say a lot of kayfabe oriented statements, there is only one royal family in wrestling, and everyone boos him.
Well, that's in Cody Rhodes' entrance song.
Is it? Oh, really? Oh, I didn't know that.
Mansplaining with
Fuck
Andrew.
me, Andy. You're breaking news left and right here.
Quain. So there was...
What else did he say? He did The Rock things, This felt like The Rock more so than it has ever felt before in the last decade or two. Before now, it's just been Dwayne. Right now, it actually feels like The Rock. Which is crazy, because he's an actor. Who would have thought he could act?
I mean, he was calling
He hasn't bothered in the last, 12 times he's shown up.
Oh, my cat's here. But the cat... Kenneth, what do you think? Nothing. Great, go back to sleep then. So, yeah, this is The Rock now. This isn't Dwayne. And it's weird, because
we were all worked. We were all worked. It was a work the whole time. We promised we weren't making it up as we go along. It's abundantly clear that this is not the intended story that they wanted to tell. No. I have no clue about the specifics of any of it, but it really does seem like they're throwing shit at the wall and seeing what happens here.
I mean, but this was really good. It was really
good, yeah, but you can see it's a bit of a headless chicken maneuver.
Well, this company will never learn. I don't know why. They just never learn. They just never, ever, ever learn. No one wanted to see Batista and Randy Orton 10 years ago. They haven't learnt their lesson. They're just repeating history. I don't know why.
Well, I think it's under different circumstances, though.
Yeah, but...
For one thing, I think it's a bit of an unfair equivalence to put Batista next to The Rock. Batista was only ever following orders. He never wanted to be in that position, from all intents and purposes, what we've learned over the last 10 years. He never wanted that. He was booked to be in that position, whereas from the outside looking into this, it seems like The Rock joined the board of directors with the condition that he would have that WrestleMania match. It seems like it's entirely on The Rock for causing this. Only as a distraction from other unpleasantness, which we've already gone over earlier this week.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about the unpleasantness anymore.
There are obviously parallels between this and the Daniel Bryan story, but I feel like there's a lot more nuance to each of them. So it really is interesting to see what we're going to do here. I, for one, like it. Because compare it to last year. Admittedly, yes, he should have won still, but we don't know whether he's going to win this year, still. And I think that makes for a more interesting story, because if you know the ending, why are we bothering? It was the same thing with Daniel Bryan. There was still that chance that he would not win the title. So I don't know. Am I happy? Perhaps. It's more than I can say for what AEW's doing.
Well, I think AEW are now turning a corner. I think they're...
We always say this.
They
We're
are
so
now.
over. We're so back. It's so over. We're so back. Like,
Dynamite was good this week. It was a very good show.
I've heard fuck all about it because of WWE.
It's because it's WrestleMania season. This is the problem. Any company that does anything this time of year are fucked. This press conference said... It makes... And the story, it makes sense. It makes sense that The Rock has turned heel... or at the very
What the
least
fuck are they doing
tweener.
now? It seems like they're angling for a tag match or something with
I think that's what
Rock
they're
and
gonna...
Roman versus Seth and Cody.
I think that's what they're doing. I think the first night is going to be a tag match.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't think they do this at the Chamber?
No.
Because they've got nothing else at the Chamber.
If The Rock has said... If The Rock... The pretenses of coming back is to wrestle in a main event at WrestleMania. WrestleMania's 2 nights, so you need 2 fucking main events. The Rock is a 51-year-old man, right?
It looks like a giant sweaty sack of leathery testicles.
He is literally a boulder.
I've literally, every time I see him, he looks more and more like a cartoon. He looks less and less like a normal man. He makes Roman Reigns look like a normal human being. And Roman Reigns is a specimen of DNA. Like, incredibly tall, jacked, handsome Samoan man. Put him next to The Rock and he looks like fucking Pete Davidson. It just doesn't...
He looks like Pete Davidson!
The math ain't mathin', dude.
I'm just Pete and I like Chugs.
Why does The Rock look like that?
Butthole eyes. No. Anywho.
Meanwhile, you got Seth over here with his fancy shoes.
I
feel bad for him. I really do. I've always been a Rollins mark, we know this, and the way that they've been burying his title and all of that shit on the mic, it's just like, what are you doing?
Yeah, why the fuck did you bring in this title then, bruv? If you're just gonna go, oh, it's the B title, go over there, you fucking
I mean,
kid.
granted, Rollins has been serving back to Roman as well, being like, oh, it's the Roman title. No one wants to fight for that title. Everyone wants to fight for my title, which, yeah. But I don't get what the point is of them burying each other's world titles.
It's because, now, I have another theory.
An Austin theory?
No.
Oh,
Not
imagine
him.
if he was Money in the Bank still. Imagine if he came out during this. That would have been so funny.
No, I would have started crying. What if it's a fatal 4-way at WrestleMania for both titles?
Oh, Christ, no.
God.
No. You just booked the worst possible outcome.
Because if they're like, well, my belt sucks, no, your belt sucks. Like,
Cody beats 3 people in one night to become both champions.
fuck me. There we go. We figured it out.
No, it's too much. You're overbooking it.
In the soul.
And then
Cody
MJF
Rhodes
comes
has-
back in the ambulance, and then he has a broken leg, and he wins after half an hour of nothing. But then the devil never turned up. That's what you sound like right now.
Okay, it's realistically then, it's probably going to be a tag match, first night of Mania, because The Rock is, as you say, a sweaty bunch of testicles.
That isn't what I said, but okay.
That's what you said anyway.
It's a close enough approximation of what I said, yes.
He's a leathery man, leathery ballsack man.
He's Leatherface.
He looks like a giant boulder. Okay, so the giant boulder can't wrestle a match, probably, given his sheer size, his age, and everything else. Seth Rollins going into WrestleMania, we don't even know if he's going to be 100%. So
With
the
a gimp
logical,
knee, yeah.
so the logical thing would be to do a tag match on the first night, because you're only wrestling at the most 50% of a match each. So that way...
But then if you add 4 50% in, you get 200%.
And then you add Scott Steiner, and then it's all good. So the point is that that's probably a realistic scenario. And then second night, you do Roman versus Cody. And you could have The Rock interrupt. It doesn't matter. You could have The Rock interfere. You could have Seth interfere. You could, I don't know, whatever.
No, you have Cody win, and then you have Damian Priest immediately cash in afterward.
Oh my god. It's the heist
Because
of
he
the
finished the
century.
story, right? But then, fuck it. Fuck you. You're not allowed to be happy for too long. Damian comes out and cashes in and wins.
You could have 1 minute of happiness, Cody.
And then, fuck you. You know what you need? Adversity.
Fuck you, Britain.
Fuck you, Nightmare Family.
Fuck you, Rhodes. I made your dad look like a knob with polka dots. I'm gonna make you look like a knob now. Fuck you, Rhodes.
Who said that? Who's saying that?
Yeah, but he looked like a fucking... Dusty looked like a bellend, didn't he?
But
That was
but you said I made you look like that. Who's who?
WWE.
The WWE is a person now.
Yes, because we don't talk about the other guy.
An unidentifiable, intangible person.
Yep, the Mr. WWE. He's just the WWE logo
Mr. E.
with a hat. He's basically the Monopoly Man, but with WWE like logo and a hat, and he goes hello, and he's got like a fucking a giant mustache that he twizzles and turns with his hands, and he's like, hello, I'm Mr. WWE. Hello, Dusty Rhodes. You look like a twat. I'm going to make you look like...
Why does he laugh like that? Why does he laugh like that, Andy?
Because he's posh. I'm the Monopoly Man. WWE Man.
This is why you need sleep before you do any of these shows. Because you just come up with shit like that.
I want you to animate that, and I don't know how you're going to do it.
I refuse.
No, I'll pay you.
You'll pay me with what money?
I don't know. I'll have to check.
I owe you money. If I animate that, I don't have to pay you money, yeah?
No, fuck off. You owe me money.
Well then, shut up.
Fuck off. No, I'm the Monopoly Man. Oh, God.
You've become everything you hate.
I've become Manchester City. So anyway, what were we talking about?
So he's delirious, and rightfully so. He stayed up to watch this press conference. How long were you awake for?
I couldn't sleep afterwards.
Oh, great.
Why
that
did I
explains
do
everything.
Because I was so hyped up afterwards. I was like, oh my god, yes!
Oh my god, The Rock slapped Cody, oh my god!
Kill him! Fucking kill him! Punch each other in the
That
face!
fucked me off so hard. I was watching it, right? And you have this fucking guy. I don't know who he was, or whether he's a journalist, or whether he's just some dickhead who paid front row, right?
It's probably some dickhead.
He was sat there, or standing there, and during the entire time The Rock was talking, because as we know, it takes 20 minutes for him to say 2 words. The entire time The Rock was just standing there, all I heard was, "Get him, Seth! Get him, Seth! Get him!"
Get him, Seth! Get him, Seth! Get him, Seth! Get him, Seth!
Shut up! Fuck off! He's not gonna do shit! Why are you ruining this? Stop it! Why do you let fans into these experiences? Wrestling fans are the worst thing to happen to wrestling. Like, they just ruin everything. They never enhance any moments. And they couldn't fucking decide on what they wanted to chant, either. That was the worst part as well. They were like, we want Cody, no we don't. Cody sucks, Rocky sucks, Rocky, fuck. What are you doing? Get on the same page. You either like him or you don't. You either cheer him or you boo him. You can't have different opinions. You all have to have one opinion and then express it in the way of a chant. At the same time. Don't be chanting the same thing on a half-second delay because it sounds like shit and you can't actually figure out what you're saying.
Yeah, it's not as if, like, when we go to All In, you'll understand that like different parts of the stadium will just start chanting different shit at different times because it's such a massive
nothing will be
stadium.
picked up because it's open roof.
Yeah. This is half of T-Mobile Arena. Get it together.
Get on the same page, you fucking bellends.
Fuck's sake. It's not hard. And the other irritating thing about this press conference, though, was... So they start swearing. And I'm like, alright.
Oh, yeah.
Cool. But they mute or at least bleep out every swear. So every time they did it, you wouldn't hear half the rest of the other part of the sentence. And it's like, and then you'd hear the crowd go, ooh, like, okay, well, I don't even know what the fuck he said.
Ooh, he said bitch, ooh.
No, I think they were just effing and jeffing. They were like going, fuck you,
Okay,
you
well, if you are gonna
shit-face.
F and Jeff, why are you censoring this? Was this on television?
This was on YouTube, Twitch, and Peacock, I think, and the network.
Oh no, you can't swear on the internet.
That's what I mean! Like,
Was this event sponsored by anyone?
Pizza Hut.
Oh, okay.
But, I mean...
The Hut didn't want people to swear, I guess.
But don't swear then. Like, I don't.
Bologna, fudge, and mustard,
point?
Cody. I'll frickin' slap the taste out of your gosh darn mouth if you smell.
I mean, Cody was like, "This is bullshit," and you could see him say it. And he's got a mic. And I'm like, why? Oh, just next time, if you're gonna do one of these,
This is baloney.
this is Dookie. Just don't. Just.
Even though this is entirely my fault in kayfabe.
So
That's what gets me, right? Is if we just write off that one SmackDown segment as like a fever dream, or just like he had a funny 5 minutes, he had like low blood sugar, he didn't know what he was doing. If we could just write it off like that, I feel like this would be a lot better and a lot more cohesive. Because in the span of a week and a half, he's gone like, I'm winning the Rumble, I'm pointing at you, Roman Reigns, I want to fight you, Roman Reigns. And then on Friday, he says, I'm gonna fight you, Roman, but not at WrestleMania. I've talked to a lot of people. Here's the Rock. Oh, here you go, Rock. Have at him. And then he comes out a week later and he says, no, this is bullshit. Who decided this was a good idea? You did! This is your fault. In kayfabe. I'm not saying in real life it's obviously something different. But fuck's sake, they're starting to overbook it. And I really hope they can salvage it.
I think I don't. Well, it's going to be a fever dream that episode of SmackDown.
Yeah.
And I think Brendan said this in our Suplah chat. It's just going to be glossed over, like a lot of stuff. Like with every fucking hype package, there's always some stupid
Like Deborah
thing.
in the main event of WrestleMania 17.
Glossed over. No one gave a fuck, so they just glossed straight the fuck over it. You know, so it's sort of the same kind of thing. It would just be a 1 minute part of the fucking hype video where like no one will care, and we'll
And then Triple H comes out and is like, no, that's dumb, what we're actually doing,
I also I find it weird that they're now calling Triple H Paul Levesque. I just find it really weird. I don't know.
But he hates being called Paul.
His name
You
is
have to call him Hunter.
His name is Paul. All about the Paul. And are you playing?
It's not even the worst name he could have.
No, the worst name would be
You're acting
Hunter.
like the most popular wrestling man of all time literally wasn't called Steve.
That's my dad's name.
Yeah,
Stone Cold Steve.
yeah.
Stone Cold Steve Quad.
Full name Stephen Austin. You're acting like that isn't the most marketable wrestling star of all time, is Steven.
Steven.
Priorities, mate.
He wasn't called Steven.
They called him Stone Cold for a long time for a reason.
Because his name is Steven.
His name is Steve, yeah. Stephen James Anderson is his birth name.
I thought his name was Steve Williams.
No.
What?
His name is Stone Cold Steve Austin.
No, that's his actual name. Yes, got you.
Yes.
Just like Prince or Cher or Warrior. His name is Austin.
Yeah, you know, the Ultimate Warrior, Brian.
Brian. What the fuck is?
Sorry, I don't want a dead name for shithead, but you know.
Brian.
The Ultimate Brian.
The Ultimate Brian. What is this episode?
We need to end it now. We're not getting anywhere with this. Basically, the long and short of it is, okay, you still got us. You had us in the first half, not gonna lie, but I'm still excited for Mania.
Yeah, I think they're either doing a fatal 4-way, which is highly unlikely. It's probably going to be a tag match. I would say it's going to be at Mania. I don't think they're going to do it at Elimination Chamber because The Rock will want to have a main event at WrestleMania, and it's 2 nights. You could do that. It also includes Seth Rollins, even if he's still hurt. You know, he still.
You know what'd be great is if The Rock was like, "I want a match with you, Hunter, at WrestleMania, because you're a dickhead," and Triple H is like, "No, you're not gonna fight me. I could die. I've got a metal heart now. It's not possible. However, I know somebody who can fight you. Smash! Da 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 da." We get Rock and Austin in the decade of the 20s, and I wouldn't even mind. I think it would be cool. Because as we know, Steve can work a match now.
I was getting a phone call from Wiltshire Farm Food, so I'm not going to answer.
I forget you're an OAP.
Yeah, no, but yeah, it's not. Don't bring out Austin for fuck's sake.
No, bring him out. At this point, fuck it. At this point, fuck it. What have you got to lose?
Is that what this year's WrestleMania is? Fuck it.
Fuck it, yeah.
WrestleMania.
Fuck it. Punk's hurt. Everyone wants Cody. I don't give a shit anymore, says Hunter.
Smash. Da, 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 da,
Smash. Da 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 da.
What's Bret Hart doing nowadays?
Moaning about Goldberg still.
Moaning about fucking Goldberg. What's Goldberg doing?
Hopefully nothing.
Not moaning about Bret. I don't know. So that's going to happen, and then you're going to have Cody and Roman, and he'll finally finish the story.
And then Damo will ruin it all.
Stop calling him Damo, because there's a wrestler called Damo. It's just like, I keep thinking it's the fat
Sorry,
Scottish.
DP.
Don't call him DP.
Then DP will come out and ruin everything.
Everything gets ruined by a DP.
Goodbye, everybody.
Greatest episode ever.
I can't do anything with you. I can't take you anywhere.
That was great. That was a wonderful episode.